Okay, this is Unity tutorial miscellaneous point 6, adding enemy art. Unfortunately, um, I did not have enough time to make a fully comprehensive add-in player character art tutorial yet, but this will get you primed for the process of replacing gray box art with real art. Okay? So, what we're gonna do is we're going to add this little Goombi. We call him Goombi because he's not quite a Goomba, into our game. Goombi has a little walk animation and some art, a little face and a texture and a 3D model. So I'm going to provide the model and the texture. Those will be in the folder with the tutorial. So when I navigate to my desktop to get Goombi, you'll need to navigate to wherever you've stored the video or wherever you've moved Goombi. Okay, so let's open up Unity. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace our enemy with Goombi. Okay, my enemy's pretty big, so let's make him a little smaller. Let's bring him back down to 1 here. Okay, let's just have a normal sized enemy here. So notice my enemy has its chase trigger, which I'm going to make way bigger. So I'm going to take my sphere collider here and make it way bigger, make it more forward. I'm going to make it even bigger than that. So you can see green is a bad choice, but you can see this chase trigger is really big. So if I, the player, enter that chase trigger, Goombi's going to chase me. So what we need to do first is we need to import Goomba and his texture. So I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it models, as in 3D models. So I'm going to open that up, and now I'm going to find my Goomba. So I'm going to go to my desktop. I'm going to navigate to my desktop. So you need to navigate wherever the Goomba skin is in the Goombi. And I'm going to select both of them, or you can do it one at a time, and I'm just going to drag those in. Okay, so there's my Goomba model, and here's my Goomba skin. So, so we're going to want to do some stuff to the model, but I'm going to explain why later. So first, let's just drag it in. Okay, so here's our Goomba model. It's just like a ball. It's got some feet. So when I built it, and this is going to happen with your art, I should have built it facing forward, but I accidentally built it facing sideways. So we're going to have to adjust that. But first, the way we're going to set this is we have our Goomba, our Goombi in our scene here, but I want to child it to the enemy. I want to make it a part of the enemy. So I'm going to find my enemy prefab, open the enemy object, because that's the actual enemy, right? The enemy prefab contains the waypoints and stuff. So we need to open the enemy object, and I'm going to child my Goombi, sorry, to the enemy object. Okay? So I've childed Goombi to enemy. Now I'm going to set its position to 0, 0, 0, and its rotation to 0, 0, 0. Leave its and actually let's make it a little small. So let's so I did 0.5. Maybe I'll do 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. Okay. So now you can see that Goombi fits within our enemy right here. So, but we can't see it, right? So let's just take enemy and let's just make that part invisible. So we still have our collider, and we still have our oops, which I've changed the side. So I'll change that back for now. So we still have our collider and we still have our capsule controller. Let's move. I'm going to change the color of this ground so it's easier to see. Not pink, brown. Much better. Okay, so we can see our collider. We can see our reset trigger. So let's so here's our Goombi. So Goombi's all gray, but I built a texture for Goombi. So let's go to our models folder and open up Goombi and select cube. And we just need to drag Goombi's skin over here onto the Goombi skin material. And that should apply it. It should automatically unwrap. So you can see here's Goombi's face. But he's looking the wrong way because here's our former enemy's nose. So he's going to be walking sideways. So what we want to do is we just want to turn him around the y-axis. So he's facing forward, which is going to be 90 degrees. Okay. So now our Goombi's facing forward. Oh, that's interesting, the light. Let's turn off this nose because now we know which way Goomby's facing because of his art. And yeah, so if we hit play, just to demonstrate how it's working right now, you can see Goomby is now moving on the path that our enemy was moving on before, right? So that's great. Goomby will even chase me and reset me. So the enemy's functionality is all still the same. You can even shoot it with the gun if you have that, and if you're a good enough shot, which I am not. Okay, so anyway, but notice that Goomby is floating above the ground. So let's click on the enemy object, and we can see here that the collider is actually much bigger than Goomby actually is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna make that a little smaller. So I'm gonna change the height of the capsule collider down to just so it just fits around Goomby. So 1.1. And I'm going to do the same for, not the sphere collider, for the character controller. So now we have a little tiny collider that's Goomby sized. So now, when I hit play, we're going to see our Goomby is down on the ground where Goombys should be. Okay? Now we're going to give Goomby its little walk animation. So we have our Goomby set up. We have our Goomby close to the ground. Such a cute Goomby. What a Goomby. Now we want to make our Goomby walk. So in order to make it walk, first we need to create what's called an animation controller. So I'm going to make that in models. So I'm going to right click in my models folder, go to create, animation controller. I'm going to name it Goomby animation controller. Okay, so I have my Goomby animation controller. I'm going to double click on that. That's going to open up the animator window. Now if it doesn't, you can go to window, animator, and that'll give you this window, okay? So in our animator window, we just have any state and entry. Now Goomby only has a walk animation for now, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click, create state, and create an empty state. We're gonna rename this walk, okay? So our walk state is gonna need a motion, and the motion is just an animation clip. So we're gonna click on this little target, and it's gonna load all the animation clips we have. We're gonna choose walk, okay? So we'll notice when we hit play that Goomby still isn't walking. And so what's happening is Goomby only walks once. So it goes to walk, and then Goomby only walks once. So what we're going to do is we're going to make walk a looping animation. So let's see. So here you can see. Watch the walk. It'll play the blue line once. Oh, oops! It's not even playing because we haven't assigned this to Goomby yet. So in order to give Goomby its animation trigger, we need to click on Goomby in our hierarchy. We need to set the controller here. So we can hit this little target, it'll pull up all our controllers, or you can drag Goomby's animation controller into that slot. So now when we hit play, we'll see Goomby's animation play once, and then stop, okay? So we need to tell Unity that Goomby's walk animation is actually a loop. So we're gonna click on Goomby in our models folder, so the actual model, and you'll get these Goomby import settings. I'm actually gonna check that. You don't have to do that, but it just makes it look a little nicer. So now I'm going to switch to animations. So I go from model to animations. We have a list here, clips of all of our animations. So we're going to choose walk. We're going to click loop time. We're going to hit apply. And that's going to make it so our Goomby loops. Looks like that collider could be a little smaller, but you can see our Goomby. Dodged him. You can see there that our Goomby got me. See that our Goomby is now walking. Okay. So let's just go into our Goomby here. Oops, scene view. Let's choose enemy, and let's make this just a tiny bit smaller, 0.9. And where's the other one? Character color, 0.9. Let's play and see if that looks better. That's better. Now it looks like he's actually on the ground. So the final thing I want to talk to you about is yeah, this Goomby's great, but maybe you would rather have a different Goomby, okay, or a different type of enemy. So what I've done is we have this Goomby skin. We can right click on it, go to Show and Explore, and that'll show it, or Show and Finder on Mac. That'll show us where it is in our computer. So we can right click on this, or somehow you need to open this with a photo editing program. So I use Photoshop, and I'm sure Jacob can help you with this. But find your computer's photo editing program, and you can add some, if you want, ladder shades. So what I did was I separated Goomby's face from the rest of his body. So this is Goomby's body, which is that color. This is his face, so you can edit the face pretty easily. And then these are his feet. So if you want to give him different color shoes, you can do that. All this gray area doesn't actually affect the model. So if you do anything in here, it won't show up. So let's save that. So if you save it, I'll save it over my Goomby skin. And I close it and I go back to Unity, you'll see it update automatically. So now my Goomby has some ladder shades. So, and the cool thing is you can actually duplicate this uh, and have one ladder shades. Oops, the show in folder. Show in Explorer, show in Finder. So now I have Goomby Skin 1. And what I can do, oops, I need to, so open with Photoshop. So what I can do is, if I want, there it is. This might appeal to some folks, but if I want to, I don't remember what he looks like. Oh God, you guys are gonna sue me for this. I can make a Kirby. No, that's not Kirby. What's he got? Oh, he's got like a little mouth. And like little red cheeks. So if I save this, now what I can do is I'm just gonna duplicate my enemy prefab, and I'm gonna move it over, okay, and I can click on this Goomby, and I can switch. I can drag the, oops, you have to click on the actual art. So I open up Goomby, click on the cube, and I can drag this new Goomby skin, and I have two different enemies, my Kirby and my Goomby. And he's already set up, so I just changed the art. Eh, pretty cool, right? So yeah, that is how, and that's how we're going to add our character's art, just by replacing this pill and these sunglasses with a 3D model, and we will be sure to do that when I get back. But for now, you can add in these Goobies and give them some custom skins. Okay, cool. Hope you thought that was as cool as I did. Oh,